So, the OpenAI board drama is becoming a movie. Riley, you've watched this industry burn money for years. Your thoughts on Hollywood cashing in on this circus?
My first thought? While Amazon's making movies about board meetings, 90% of AI startups are failing within their first year. But sure, let's turn the dumpster fire into entertainment.
From a research perspective, this is fascinating. Luca Guadagnino directing Artificial with Andrew Garfield as Altman. It's a cultural moment, documenting the power struggles at the forefront of AI development.
Cultural moment? It's Amazon MGM betting on Silicon Valley gossip while real companies are burning through millions trying to implement basic chatbots. The disconnect is insane.
Exactly. Simon Rich from SNL is writing the screenplay. They're literally turning AI governance into comedy while actual startups are hemorrhaging money on GPT-4 API calls they don't understand.
But Riley, this could spark important conversations about AI safety, corporate governance.
Jordan, stop. Just stop. You know what needs conversation? The fact that startups are spending $75 per $1 million input tokens on GPT 4.5 while their founders can't even explain what a token is.
Alex, that's a bold claim. Are companies really that clueless about their AI spending?
Sam, I analyzed 50 startups last quarter. Most are burning $2,000, $8,000 monthly on OpenAI APIs without understanding that 1,000 tokens is roughly 750 words. They're flying blind on costs that could tank their runway.
This is what kills me. While Hollywood's making movies about Altman's 5-day drama, I know 3 startups that spent their entire Series A on AI implementations that don't work. Where's that movie?
But surely the film could educate people about the complexities of AI development, the technical challenges, the safety considerations.
Educational? Jordan, 80% of AI projects fail according to Rand Corporation research. That's double the failure rate of regular tech startups. But let's make a comedy about board meetings instead.
And they're casting Monica Barbaro as Mira Murati, Yura Borisov as Ilya Sutskever, turning real people's careers into entertainment while the industry they helped create is destroying actual businesses.
Wait, 80% failure rate? That's actually higher than I thought. What's causing that?
Misalignment between what executives think AI can do versus reality. They watch TechCrunch articles about OpenAI's $157 billion valuation and think they need the same infrastructure for their customer service chatbot.
It's cargo cult engineering all over again. CEOs see the OpenAI movie trailer and suddenly every 3-person startup needs an AI ethics board and a chief AI officer making $300K.
So you're saying this movie could actually make the problem worse?
Absolutely, the same way The Social Network convinced every college dropout they could build the next Facebook. Except now it's, I can build the next ChatGPT while burning $150 per million output tokens.
And the human cost gets completely ignored. Ghost Autonomy shut down in April 2024 despite getting $5 million from OpenAI itself. Real engineers, real families affected. But that's not Hollywood material, right?
You're both right. I've been so focused on the technical narrative that I missed the business reality. These companies are literally copying OpenAI's strategies without OpenAI's resources.
Exactly. OpenAI raised $6.6 billion in October 2024 alone. Your average startup has maybe $2 million total, but they're trying to implement the same governance structures and safety protocols.
And the consultants are making it worse. They come in with PowerPoints about responsible AI deployment, while companies can't even figure out if they should use GPT-4o Mini for $0 to 15 per million tokens, or burn budget on the full model.
This sounds like the Kubernetes problem all over again. Enterprise solutions being applied to startups that can't afford enterprise problems.
Bingo. Builder.ai had a $1.2 billion valuation with Microsoft backing, claimed $220 million revenue, but was actually making $55 million. That's the fantasy this movie will perpetuate.
And when Builder.ai filed for bankruptcy last week, how many headlines did that get versus this movie announcement? The failure stories don't sell tickets.
This is completely changing my perspective. Instead of celebrating the technical achievements, we should be warning people about the implementation realities. Let's pause here. When we come back, I want to dive into what companies should actually be doing instead of copying OpenAI's playbook. This episode was brought to you by Unstruct AI. creating the most trusted AI news analysis platform with a focus on the human cost. After all, progress without humanity isn't progress at all. We're back, so if companies shouldn't be copying OpenAI's governance drama, what should they actually be doing with AI?
Start with your actual business problems, not the cool technology. Don't build a custom LLM when you can't even automate your email responses. Use GPT 3.5 for $0.50 per million input tokens first.
Riley's right. I see companies spending $10K monthly on GPT-4 for tasks that GPT 3.5 Turbo could handle for $500. It's like buying a Tesla for grocery runs when you need a bicycle.
But what about the safety and governance aspects? Surely companies need some framework for responsible AI deployment?
Jordan, if you're spending $2,000 monthly on AI APIs, your governance framework should be, can we afford this? And does it solve a real problem? Save the ethics boards for when you're not burning runway.
The real governance issue is financial governance. Track your token usage, set spending limits, understand what you're paying for. 90% of AI startup failures are about unsustainable costs, not safety concerns.
That's actually really practical advice. Instead of copying OpenAI's board structure, focus on understanding the business model and unit economics.
Exactly. And stop believing the hype. The Batch API offers 50% discounts for non-urgent requests. Use that instead of paying premium for real-time processing you don't need.
The most successful AI implementations I've seen are boring. Customer service automation, document processing, basic content generation. Not revolutionary, but profitable.
So the message is, ignore the Hollywood drama, focus on practical implementation.
Stop copying solutions from companies whose problems you wish you had. OpenAI's board drama is a billion-dollar company problem. Your problem is probably a $1,000 API bill you can't explain.
And when this movie comes out, remember, it's entertainment, not a business plan. The real AI story is in the quarterly burn rates, not the boardroom theatrics.
I need to completely rethink how I present AI research. Focus on practical implementation costs and realistic expectations instead of just technical capabilities. Any final thoughts for companies watching this OpenAI movie and getting inspired?
If the movie inspires you to start an AI company, spend the ticket money on understanding token pricing instead. Much better ROI.
And remember, for every OpenAI success story Hollywood dramatizes, there are hundreds of ghost autonomy failures they'll never make movies about.
Question everything, especially when it comes from researchers like me who focus on the technology without considering the business reality of implementation. Jordan, Alex, Riley, thank you for cutting through the hype with some much-needed reality checks. This has been Unstruct AI.
Thanks, Sam. And remember, folks, if your AI strategy comes from a movie, you probably don't have an AI strategy.
Until next time, measure twice, implement once, and always read the pricing documentation first.
And remember, the most important AI metric isn't accuracy or safety, it's sustainable unit economics. Learn from my mistakes. This has been Unstruct AI, where we separate the signal from the noise. Until next time.